Hey, what's up, coin fam? If you have war nickels, you need to check them and look for a Frith Nickel. Watch this video and I'll show you how to identify one. This is a 1941 nickel on the left and a 1942 nickel on the right. The obverse is the same for both of these coins. On the reverse though, the only difference is the size and location of the mint mark. The mint mark is located to the right of Monticello on the 1941 nickel and directly over the dome of Monticello on the 1942 nickel. The mint mark is also much larger on the 1942 war nickel. These changes were made to help identify the difference between the nickels with the different composition. The other difference is the composition. The 1941 nickel is made of 75% copper and 25% nickel and weighs in at 5 grams. From mid-1942 to 1945, the government needed nickel and copper for the war effort. A change in composition to 50% silver and 50% copper was considered, but the weight difference and the difference in magnetic qualities wouldn't work in vending machines and would require retrofitting. So they changed the composition of the metals for the nickel to 56% copper, 35% silver, and 9% manganese. Although the new nickels used different metals, the weight still came in at 5 grams. These new nickels were called wartime nickels, or war nickels for short. After the need for nickel and copper diminished, the mint went back to the original composition. Now that we went over some of the key differences in nickels, let's see how that fits in with the Frith Nickel. Have you ever heard of the Frith Nickel before this video? Leave me a comment below and let me know. In 1961, Ken Frith obtained arguably the rarest transition coin ever, a 1942 Jefferson nickel with a 1941 S reverse. Mr. Frith specialized in air coins and presumably purchased it from the original finder. According to U.S. Mint records, all 1942 S nickels were wartime nickels with the S mint mark over the dome of Monticello on the reverse of the nickel. The Frith Nickel is dated 1942, but the S mint mark is to the right of Monticello. It gets a little more interesting than the regular mint mischief we're used to. According to a Coin World article from April of 2016, the Frith Nickel is comprised of silver, nickel, and manganese. But Silvertown, who was in possession of the nickel in 2014, said the planchet was the pre-wartime metal, which is consistent with explanation I read in a letter to the coincollectingforbeginners.com website. On June 2, 1963, Myron Chachovsky said the following: the 1942 S nickel with the mint mark to the right of the building was struck in the mint. An obverse and reverse die is used at the same time to strike a coin. These are two separate dies. A reverse die that was used in 1941 at the San Francisco Mint was again left in the same die holder. Then a new date obverse die of 1942 replaced the one dated 1941. For some reason, the mint employees struck several pieces on the remaining regular nickel planchets left over from 1941. Then they discovered that they could not obtain any other regular nickel planchets, but had to use the new silver content planchets. Knowing they had removed this old reverse die of 1941 S and replaced it with a new reverse die with S on top of the dome to designate the new silver content planchets. The few struck with S to the right of the building were left in the hopper and became mixed with the other new ones with S on dome. These bags were distributed for medium of exchange to the public. This nickel was never heard of or seen by us or reported to us up to this current date. The mint mark has not been cemented onto a plain 42 Type 1 either, as we did a test for this. A very valuable mint error. Ladies and gentlemen, coin collectors and coin roll hunters, there are more than one of these nickels in existence. They may be lost, damaged beyond recognition, or they might just be in someone's junk silver bag somewhere. Check your war nickels. It's a long shot. We know more than one of these were minted. We just need to find the other ones. Want to hear more about nickels? Click on that video to the left. Thanks for watching.